Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
10 most dangerous parts of fish. We know of many water creatures that have made headlines from attacks and even made it to Hollywood movies. From crocodiles, snakes, and fish, today we will be focusing on the latter. We will not only focus on the fish, but the part of fish that makes them deadly. Remember, they are only dangerous on their home ground, their natural habitat. However, there are some parts of the fish that are extremely dangerous, especially to human beings. Most of which you will find out from here. Without further ado, here are the 10 most dangerous parts of fish sampled from fish all over the world. Stick around to our number 1, which will blow your mind. Number 10, the lionfish. At first sight, the lionfish looks very appealing, but don't let that fool you. The same things that make them dignified are the same things that make them notably dangerous. I'm talking about the extensive array of spines the lionfish has all over its body. The lionfish have striking zebra-like spines and elongated dorsal and pectoral fin spines. These spines are very dangerous as well as venomous. Their venom wouldn't necessarily make you lose your life, but the pain would make you wish you were otherwise dead. When the lionfish is disturbed, it spreads its fins and attacks with its dorsal spines. Once the venom enters the body, you would feel pain, have breathing difficulties, and experience nausea. Their spines would produce nearly fatal puncture wounds. The lionfish camouflage and have lightning-fast reflexes that help them prey on other fish and shrimps. Next time you're diving in the South Pacific Reef, make sure you're wary of them as you're invading their natural territory. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 9, camouflaging stonefish. The next predator on our list has a camouflage so efficient you wouldn't be able to locate it, even if it was bits away from your eyes. This only adds to its deadliness. The stonefish have some of the strongest naturally occurring poisons alive. They might not be the mightiest fish, but they are surely lethal. Some live in the shallow waters. They are sluggish, bottom dwellers, making them so much more dangerous to swimmers. If you regrettably step on these stonefish thinking they're just chunks of stones, they will inject their venom into you. You will be in excruciating pain, develop temporary paralysis, and even heart failure. A very fatal blend, particularly if you are far away from help or in the water. Anyway, hope for future divers is that the stonefish won't initiate an attack on you. They only discharge their venom as a quick attack to kill their prey. This does not mean that people haven't been injured by them. Number 8, the pufferfish. This next fish might have been on your plate for dinner the one time you visited Japan. The pufferfish, or the blowfish, is undisputably among the top 10 dangerous fish of our list. When provoked, they inflate with air or water. Despite their highly toxic nature, the pufferfish is one of the most expensive delicacies in Japan and is also the most poisonous. The blowfish, or fugu, must be prepared by a specially trained or licensed chef. Otherwise, you would have eaten to your demise. No one would have ever imagined that in the insides of this fish would be its most dangerous part. The pufferfish's liver, skin, intestines, and ovary would kill you in a matter of minutes. These parts of the pufferfish contain tetrodotoxin that's fatal to humans. Your fateful demise would start with a numbness on the lips and thereafter paralysis, which would be closely followed by loss of life. The good news is many have eaten it and survived. The chefs eliminate the poisonous parts and prepare the good ones. So who are you not to survive? Just know your chef. Number 7, the great white sharks. Most people have heard of a great white shark and know how impossible it would be to survive in an attempted fight with them. The great white shark hardly needs any introduction. First of all, they are huge and heavy. They are the most recognized dangerous and predatory fish to mankind. The great white shark has a torpedo-shaped body that makes it efficiently cruise even for longer times. The great white shark can also switch to high speed when it's going after its prey. It then rips the prey and swallows it whole. That's despite having 300 teeth. It doesn't chew food. On humans, the great white shark attacks a victim with a single bite and then it leaves. If the bite is too big, it can cause organ or tissue damage that can be very fatal and lead to loss of life. So far, I'm intrigued by how fish relentlessly use their strong features for survival and attack, and there are even more dangerous ones still to come. Number 6. The Moray Eel. Number 6 on our list, we will check out the deadly jaws of the Moray Eel. The next time you go swimming and diving in Mexico, Belize, or Egypt, keep an eye out for these dangerous fish creatures. They love the tropics and subtropics. The Moray eel lay in shallow water so that they can hide among rocks and reefs. So be extra careful and watch from a distance. The Moray eel has one of the most dangerous jaws in the sea world. Their jaws are embedded with sharp, strong teeth that make them seize their prey and inflict fatal wounds. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Number 5. The Stingray. Favorable to its name, the next fish we will look at is the stingray. The stingray is crazy infamous for stinging its prey. They have stingers on their tails that have venomous glands. The sting is extraordinarily painful and is followed by swelling. The likelihood of a stingray attacking a diver is unusually low unless you accidentally step on it as it is resting at the bottom of the ocean. Then you will be in trouble. They love lying there, half buried, minding their own business. The stingray will defend itself by stinging you, and you do not want that. Did you know Steve Irwin? He was a famous crocodile hunter who unfortunately met his demise in Australia as one of the victims of an Australian stingray. Number 4. The Scaleless Fish. This next fish on our list, I wouldn't recommend you get in the same waters with them. You might anyways. Let me tell you about them. The kangaroo fish, or as it's famously known as the scaleless fish, is endemic in the Amazon rivers in Brazil, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. And get this, they feed on blood. Disgusting, right? The scaleless fish are a bunch of tiny fish that are also found on gills of other fish, slowly eating them away. Believe it or not. That's not even the scariest part of these dangerous fish creatures. They also attack humans. Can you guess how? Well, they enter a human's body through the urethra. I wouldn't have guessed that. The kangaroo's short spines and gills once inside the body cause inflammation, hemorrhages, extraordinary pain, and eventually loss of life. However, as much as we want to believe the existence of these scaleless fish, further research and studies show us that they could be nothing more than a myth. Maybe stories made up to scare people from peeing in the river. That reminds me. Stop peeing in rivers. Number 3. The electric eel. The single most dangerous part of fish in our list belongs to the most unique electric eel. First of all, the electric eel generates an unyielding electric shock to stun its prey. This South American freshwater fish is among some of the most dangerous parts of fish we have come about. The electric eel is majestic to a tune of up to 2.75 meters in length. Furthermore, the electric eel emits a charge of between 330 to 650 volts. This is more than plenty to jolt a human being. I would heavily advise that swimmers and divers approach with caution and be stunned from a distance rather than actually shocked, literally from an electric charge. Overall, they're quite sluggish and love the slowly moving fresh water, as it enables them to resurface for some fresh air once in a while. When it does this, at least you can see them and recalculate your steps. And with that, it's now time for today's best pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Number 2. The piranhas. I'm sure by now most of you have watched the Piranha movie and you were almost messing your pants from how scary it was. What you're looking at is the piranha. The piranhas are amongst the most famous fish in the world with a striking reputation to behold. Their razor-sharp teeth make them extremely scary and dangerous. They can bite up to a force that is 30 times that of its body weight. They can for sure take down even the largest animals in a matter of minutes. They are stronger in numbers too. Most attacks on humans have occurred only when the piranhas are stressed, or when playful kids are splashing river waters and when a person stays in the water after being injured. Next time you're near Japan waters, look out for them and stay away. They would attack your hands and feet, causing some serious injuries. And number 1, the box jellyfish. From our list of the most dangerous parts of fish, we get to interact with one that is of extreme danger with features you would not expect. The box jellyfish isn't like the typical jellyfish that goes with the flow. They might not have the haphazard razor-sharp teeth, not even an apparent mouth. But believe me, they have some of the highest recorded human demises in Australia. What makes them the most dangerous fish and venomous marine animals? Let me simplify this for you. First of all, they are transparent fish, pale blue, making them almost invisible in the water. Then they have clusters of eyes on every side of their box-shaped bodies, so they easily spot prey. Next, they are incredible swimmers and can easily make a run-in with divers. Last but not least, the sting of the box jellyfish is extremely painful. The sting produces a poison that causes loss of life within a couple of minutes. If you fortunately survive, the marks left by their sting will outlive you. The poison of the box jellyfish specifically attacks the cardiac system of a human body. The victim's heart rate will gradually slow down and can fatally lead to the loss of life. Anyway, you can go diving with them in the waters of Australia, Japan, and in the Gulf of Mexico, and admire them from afar. I don't know about you, but as much as I love me some fish protein, these are way out of my cravings.